Hello everybody, it is Magma and I'm here with a brand new LEGO Star Wars comparison for you guys. So today I will be comparing the Slave 1. So I don't have all the versions, there's quite a few versions now. There's the 1999, and then there's the 2006 one, the Jango Fett one, the UCS one, the 2012 one. So there's many, so I thought I'd just take a quick look at this one, which is pretty much the same with the 2006 one. They're pretty much the same. This one's the Jango Fett edition, so it's not going to be the exact same color scheme because it's not meant to be. And then we have the UCS one, which is the big bad boy of the UCS sets. So we're going to take a look at Jango Fett's Slave 1. It is number 7152 or 7153, I don't know exactly. And it came with 358 pieces, so it's not the biggest set. When I actually bought this set, I thought it looked better. In my personal opinion, I don't think it ever looked great. I think that like this, it kind of looks cool, but then sideways, this part is a bit too flat for me, and this is too up. So yeah, so it's not the greatest set, even though a lot of people consider it to be. And then here we have the UCS Slave 1, number 75060. It has 1,996 pieces, and it is ages 14 plus. Released in January 2015 and released in, I think, December 2002. I don't know. Actually, no, it may have been summer 2002. Yeah. So those are both of our Slave 1s. Each one is equipped with minifigures. This one is, there are a few pieces in the inside that are not the exact same color as they should be, but in general it doesn't affect the set at all. So the set is still 100% complete, just some pieces are not exactly as they should be. But I will work on fixing those. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a look at each set, comparing them, and then we'll go over some final thoughts. So let's go right now. Alright, so starting off with Jango Fett Slave 1. From an honest point of view, the more I look at the set and compare it to the UCS Slave 1, the more terrible it looks. It's just really basic how there's a platform right here, and this it's so high and unproportionate compared to this entire part. So it just doesn't work with me. Something that's good about this set is that when I will carry the set upwards, these will usually come back down like so and do their job. They work pretty well, and they also move the seat with it. So that's actually something positive. It's nice to see that we don't have to open the cockpit to move the figure's cockpit. So yeah, and here's a look at the inside. There's quite a few buttons and cockpit requirements, I guess. And yeah, as you can see, it has a bit of an inside. Yep. So if you do lose this windshield, honestly the set just doesn't look the same at all. So just place that right there. It has a blue color scheme, as you can see. However, that is part of the design. Jango Fett Slave 1 was a blue. I'm unsure what the actual name of the set or the name of the vehicle was. It was a something police. It was meant to carry prisoners to a prison station. So yeah, here's a back look. You can take off this crate. And this is what I like about this one compared to the UCS one, and this is where you will be more interested in having this set. I wouldn't recommend the Jango Fett. I'd recommend the 2012 or 2006 one, because Jango Fett may be collectible, but it's not really a great set. So it just has random play features right here. You can have fun placing minifigures inside, placing cargo. So yeah, and plus it's a magnetized Lego piece, and I just love that. Just place that in there. Another fun feature, which is interesting, there's plenty of fun features with this set, and that's why I love it so much. You can open this up and place some bombs inside. The actual ones were meant to be red heads, but yeah. Place bombs, and then when you want to launch them, just pull this upwards like so, and they will be released. So yeah, like so. Let's see. This set, it doesn't break as often as I thought it would, but yeah, as you can hear, it still breaks, and that's a problem with it. Just get the piece, making sure. All right. So yeah. So sometimes this set works with me, sometimes it doesn't. It just really depends. So yeah, just trying to get this right. There you go. And just reload back like so if you want to. So overall, not much. These guns are individually so accurate to the movie. They're meant to follow each other like this, but on this set you can just do whatever you want randomly with one another. They're not independent of one another. And here we have some guns that can be placed right here. They don't do anything. They just support and show that these guns are present on the set, because those are the guns we see in the movie firing at Obi-Wan. So it is nice to see them included, because it is the main function of the ship in the entire movie. So yeah. Except for that, you have some compartments here. You can find some rocket missiles if you're really wanting. I guess these can be fun. I got this set when I was young, so I do have a lot of fun memories with these missiles. These features are kind of lame, but when you're a kid, they just work so well. And here's a look at the engine for if you wanted to care. And that's pretty much it, really. You could move these flaps up and down, but yeah, that's pretty much it to the Jango Fett Slave 1. It's a very basic set. Can be a lot of fun, and certainly was a lot of fun for me. There is more compartments for weapons on each side as well. It's a good set, just that it doesn't look the best. It's more of a functions set than a good looking set. And we're going to see the exact contrary opposite idea with the UCS model. So this Slave 1 set is incredibly well built. It's an amazing build, honestly. I just can't get over it. However, this one is much more of a good looking set than a practical set. Fun fact, it's 1-to-1 scale with the regular LEGO minifigure. And this one has all the play features that it should have. So all the features that the ship has are present on this model. However, the set is so big that it's a heavy set, so you can't just play around and make it fly anywhere. It's not really a fragile set, but you will feel like sometimes it can come apart in your hands if you play rough with it, I guess. So yeah. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and show you guys all the features that it has. It's nothing too great, I guess. The reason for buying this set for me was just the nostalgia of this ship and simply having this set as a whole. So the guns are synchronized on this one. It's more accurate. And when you buy a set like this, it's not something that you would care for if the guns would go on different ways. So on one side here we can pull this compartment out, and it allows us to have a turret that would shoot upwards. In this case, place it back in. These move. I have to stand up the set to make these move, so I'll show you guys that in a second. Here's a look at the inside. That door opens up, and you can place Captain Solo in the cargo hold. Let me just get that door opened up. There you go. There's Captain Solo, if you can see him. And here's a look at the platform of the Slave One. This side, we also have another fun feature. These features are, I feel that they're much more of for the sake of putting content to the ship more than play features, because none of these are actually suitable play features. They're just more of replicas and details. So in this entire thing, pretty much it's not hallowed, this entire thing, but there isn't any more features inside it. And you can also open up the cockpit, and in here in the cockpit you can find your Boba Fett. This doesn't rotate with the wings, which I kind of prefer. You can have some different actions going on with it, and you have quite a bit of detail inside there. I'll give you a look. So this one is much more detailed inside. Much better job done. On the other hand, these sets almost have 10 years of difference, so you can't really compare them on one hand. So yeah. There you go. And finally, the big thing about this one is that it has compared to all the other Slave ones, it has this iconic back to it, which just looks amazing. It just has so much nostalgia to me. So yeah, and as you can see, the wings do move now that we're not on the ground. So yeah, so that's the UCS Slave One and its functions. So the functions are much better, but you can't really use them on a set that is such high scale. It just gets hard to be able to do something about it. So let's take a look at these sets one to another. Alright, so these sets are just such of large sizes that they don't fit in the entire studio. But I did want to give you guys this shot, so it just shows you on how amazing and how well detailed and well captured the UCS set is compared to the 2002 Jango Fett's edition of the Slave One. However, this isn't exactly the same ship, so we can't really compare them that much. So that's the size difference. As you can see, one comes with a stand to have an amazing look. The other one has to be stood on its own. So yeah, honestly, in every single way, I prefer this one because I no longer spend hours in my living room playing with my sets and make them fly and crash and all that stuff. But as a kid, I know that I would have just loved having this one so much more than the UCS one. So if you guys are looking for an amazing set that just looks good and you're going to display it and maybe fly it around once or twice, definitely go ahead and get the UCS Slave One. If you're looking for a regular play set which is going to be full of fun features and regular, not going to take too much space, then go for the regular sized Jango Fett Slave One or the regular sized Slave One. If you guys want to have the most vintage edition of the Slave One, and have it in small size, then go get Jango Fett's Slave One. So this one is the most vintage and most wanted one out of the regular sized Jango Fett Slave One. So going for a regular size one, not being Jango Fett's, just being Slave One, would be the best option. But again, if you're looking for an amazing set, go for the UCS if you're ready to pay $200 for that bad boy. So guys, thanks for watching this comparison video. I will see you guys in the next video, and so yeah, bye bye.